Hi, everyone. Happy winter solstice. I am super excited to share this reveal of our new website. I don't want to say new or rebranded, it's a reconnection. I know that sounds really woo-woo-y, but that really is what it is. So I am so excited to share it with you all. Come on in, say hello when you come in, because this is kind of going to be like a chat walkthrough. I would hope if you're here. Good evening, Jackie. And yeah, let's talk about how I went down this rabbit hole of redesigning my entire website. If you're new here, my name is Genevieve. This is my channel, Thunderbird HandCrafted with Genevieve. I love everything about being cozy and crafty and sharing that with those of you who follow me and join me in that. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing a little bit of the behind the scenes process of redesigning a website, but also kind of walk everybody through some of the new things that are on the website. So I would love if you are here tonight because I do have some special things for those of you who are here who watch this live. I would love for you in the comments to just tell me one thing that you're hoping in the new year to create a fresh start with, whether that be maybe cleaning out your creativity corner, or maybe you want to go through all of your clothing. I feel like this time of year, last year, it was definitely here in my creativity corner in my sewing room that I did a lot of that kind of refresh. And I feel like every year around this time, especially as fall starts, I start feeling like there are things that need to fall away. So I would love if you would share with me in the comments one thing that you know needs to be refreshed in the new year for you. If you've already started it, great. If not, this is kind of just your opportunity to put it down in writing of this is an intention that you're making to start something fresh, to get things at a place where you want them to be. Susan, get my body moving more. Susan, that is such a good one. I feel like you're not alone there. I definitely feel like one of the things and part of definitely this reconnection of our brand. If you followed me for a while, when I started this channel, there was never any intention of like selling anything. I realized over my life that is a natural, like I love connecting people through something that I feel is valuable. So it was inevitable to happen. But the main focus and the main value of this channel was to help you reconnect with yourself, to recenter yourself, to have self-care. And you're not alone there. I hurt my ankle. If you were following me this summer, my dog, I have a husky, his leash wrapped around my ankle. And I think in 2026, I need to get walking more because I definitely have over babied it to the point where I can tell that it's affected me, right? Susan, oh, I'm glad that you just joined us. Well, welcome. Welcome. Jackie has decluttering and reorganizing my sewing room. The decluttering part is huge because I definitely felt like when I reorganized everything this year at the beginning of 2025, I really felt like good about it. But the decluttering part is what really makes you feel like, oh, I can work in here. Because when you have so much stuff all around, and actually my creativity corner kind of feels that way a little bit right now, but I still have space to put things. And I think that's the decluttering part definitely helps with like, oh, I still have space to kind of put things places. So Laura says, I really want to get rid of clothing and shoes. My tastes have changed and I need to let go of things I never wear. Laura, you're talking to an only child who is married to an only child. That is actually, Laura, your exact thing is actually on my list. That was one of the things yesterday. I usually spend the day before winter solstice sitting down and writing out some intentions. I do my yearly planning the day before winter solstice. I don't know, it just always has been a day where I felt like I can really wrap my brain around letting things go, but also thinking about what do I want out of the next year. So that's on my list. And that can be really hard because I don't think we realize how much we wrap up emotions in our clothing and shoes. And that's the other with my ankle, there's shoes that like there's no way I'm ever wearing them again, but they have sentimental value. Jackie's like, I have 576 types of crafts shoved in there, and I'll never do most of them. I think, I don't know if anybody has used Whatnot. That was one of the things I tried this year, and we might do it more in 2026. We'll see what time permits. It wasn't something I wrote down on my intentions to do. It kind of stressed me out to sell things there. So I've been trying to listen to myself as far as like what gives me anxiety in my business and like what I don't necessarily need to do. But I also know like people really look for craft stuff at like a Salvation Army and like donations places. They're always looking for if you can take the time, Jackie, to organize them into like little kits. People love that. All of those just in case fancy shoes and clothes. Yeah. Yes, Laura. So that's awesome. So thanks for sharing that, you guys, because I feel like this is when I decided to, I'll say, I don't think I decided to rebrand. I decided to play with my website more just because over the past 3 years since we started selling the dyed fabric on my website, I really felt like, I've been learning as I go. I'm not a website designer. I've never done any coursework in that department. I've done a lot of coursework in my life, but that is one I've never done. Our website is a Shopify website, which a lot of people have. When we set up the website, I was just selling my bags on Shopify, and I had the free version. And I just did a little bit of like, I think YouTubing of like what type of like design layout was easiest for that. And that has pretty much been the design layout that I've used up until now. And I definitely noticed as we started having different products, as like I would have different deals happening, maybe there was something I really wanted you to be able to see. I was spending so much of my time going in and changing like the website so that it would be like up front for you to be able to see it. Because if I didn't do that, things weren't being found. And also our prior website to now, there would be many times where all of us use our phone, right? A lot of us are using our phone to go in and shop. And my old layout, it looked one way on desktop, but then when you would switch to the other view, it wasn't as user friendly, right? Hey, Jordan. Hi, friend. So that was really when I was like, I'm going to play with this a little bit because I was spending so much time doing that. And if you know anything about running a small business or you followed me for any length of time, it's just me. I have a little bit of help. My husband helps pack orders. My mother-in-law is great. She helps iron dyed fabric or helps package things. She comes with me to events, but for the most part, it is this gal right here. So in order for me to maybe take back some of my time to do more of this, more sewing and sharing sewing or crafting with you all, and the handcrafted post, which is something that we wanted to release this year. I really felt passionate about releasing some type of snail mail subscription, like a mail club, and I need to free my time. I can't be always sitting here until all hours of the night playing with a website. So I spent the past 3-4 months rebranding, renewing, whatever you want to call it. I just feel like it is more, when you look at this website, if you know me for any length of time, I think it feels more like us. It feels more like me. It's not just white It's also, we live on our family farm here. That's a very big, important part of my life, part of my heritage. I've shared many times about how my husband's family's farm is actually my original ancestors' farm, and we didn't know that until 2020. So there's a lot of reasons that the reconnection to our brand, it was really important that I spent the time that I did to make it feel like us. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. I hope it's really beautiful, and I hope it's also very user friendly, that you know where to go. So as we go into this, and for those of you who are here tonight who obviously care about me even a little bit to show up for a little while, if you see something that doesn't connect or doesn't look right, please, a typo, I am not offended by you sending me a DM on Instagram or commenting on this post after the replay is up to let me know, like, hey, Jenna, something doesn't look right here, or you spelt there wrong, whatever it is. Please let me know, because again, it's me. And I showed DJ, my husband, and he was like, honey, it looks great. Yes, this is what I've been doing every night on the couch, honey, for the past 3 months. So yeah. So I really appreciate, all of your support, and also just from all of us, from my whole family. Uh, this year has been the busiest year for us. It has definitely had its roller coaster moments of ups and downs. But what I will say, as far as our business is concerned, is we're not going anywhere, and we're going to bring more fun, beautiful things to you in 2026. And you're going to see a whole lot more of me here on YouTube. We're making the capacity for me to do more things here, and so we're going to actually be sharing more of the fabrics and be seeing more things to make and giving you ideas and inspiration. So I'm very, very excited about that. And without my customer support, my follower support, people who subscribe here on YouTube, we would not be able to do that. And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let's go look at the website. So I have my iPad here so I can look at your comments, because once I share my screen, I can't see it straight here. So let's check it out. All right, so here we are. Now we're looking at this, obviously, and I need to share it, Jenna. Add to stage. There we go. Here we are. So here we are. Now we're on desktop view. But when you're on your mobile phone, all of these different drop down areas will be in your little hamburger menu. Everybody know what the hamburger menu is? It will be like the 3 little lines that are there along your left hand side of your phone. So just like keep that in mind, that if you're on your phone, you want to click on that little hamburger menu, and then really everything there, minus a few things, will be in this drop down area. So if you're not sure where to find something, it will be in here. So I just want to make sure that if you didn't know that the hamburger menu is where you can click to find a menu on your phone, that's where you would find it. Okay. So first we'll start with ready to ship. So I hope this is logical sense. Anything that is ready to ship, because we're kind of known for offering our print pre-orders. So all of our prints are US milled and US eco-friendly printed. It's really something that I pride myself on, but also it was one of those things that I just felt I had to do if I was even going to run a business, having the background in ethical fashion that I have. And we were just really lucky to find a printer that's US based, that sources all of their fabric from the US, except for our linen. Linen isn't grown here or milled here. And then also to have eco-friendly printing, which and that's not just a fluff eco-friendly. There's no water excess from the printing that we do. And so you don't have to worry about any type of environmental waste that's lost with our fabrics, but you also don't have to worry about it not being safe for your family. So those two things were really important. But ready to ship is basically everything we have that isn't an accessory, it's fabric wise, that's ready to ship. So you'll find our book lover panels here, our basket weave canvas, because at the end of this year, we did start having some inventory of our prints that seem to be pretty popular in both half yard cuts of basket weave and then 1 yard cuts of Kona cotton, which is actually the Kaufman Kona cotton that quilters are very familiar with. We're very lucky there also to have a partnership with Kaufman Kona. I know that they were just purchased, but we kept the partnership there. And then our printed and vintage denim is under there. I'll share a little bit about that in a bit. And then anything that would be on sale. So we have like a warehouse area of either prints or accessories or things that we're no longer going to stock once they're sold out. And I usually always offer anywhere from 10% to more, depending on the time of year and how much we have there. So I hope that all makes sense for you guys under the ready to ship. Does that make sense for you? Like if you were looking for something that would be ready to purchase and in stock items, I felt like ready to ship kind of made the most sense. I was thinking about maybe adding our bind it and dyed under here. Like I think it's okay to have things kind of linked in multiple places. But I was thinking about putting our bind it and dyed and then our accessories and notions like our tags, like anything that would be necessarily like inventory ready to ship out, to put it under there. I just feel sometimes I'm worried that if the drop down is so long, it kind of things get lost for people. So let me know your thoughts there, like what you think I should do, because there are multiple places that people can click on things, but technically there are a few other areas, collections that are ready to ship. So, but ready to ship is the first drop down that's there. Then we've added this section makes me really, really proud. Um, I I thought about doing this a while ago, and then again, because it was just so cumbersome to start it, and then it would be like, well, why am I doing it on this website that technically isn't the way I want things to be? But when I decided that I was going to just overhaul the whole website, I was like, now's my chance to do this. So this is all of our exclusive designs. So we work with various different artists. We commission them to do exclusive artwork for our shop in different themes and different genres. And then I also work with artists where I have licensing for their designs. So I wanted a place that showed which were designs that you can only get in our shop. You're never going to get them anywhere else unless I sell those designs to somebody. And then I also wanted an area that would show you who are some of the artists that we have licensing with, because I share all the time that, all of you, I believe you all are artists in whatever craft you're doing. And you should really get credit for your art. And so this was my way of making sure that the artists that I work with, and so that money that I'm making is then being returned to other small artists, that this was where we had information on our exclusive designs. So we have our Feminist Revolution collection, which right now has our Handmaid's Tale, Frame Stories, that has our framed monsters, but we've also added a new framed collection for next year. Gal Pal Postage is a new collection. Party in the USA is a new one. Our Siren Lake collection, we've started that last year. Our Spice Houses, which is exclusive to our handcrafted post and Patreon members. Werewolves and Vampires, which is our Twilight collection. Vikings and Dragons, which is our How to Train Your Dragon, but also we'll have other fun things that go into there. And then, of course, our featured artists. So I'm just going to take a break because I want to make sure that I'm seeing where your comments are. So it does make sense. Yay! Let me know, like if there's anything on here that you're like, Jenna, that doesn't make sense. Again, many hours, all hours of the night and day. So you can see, I'll share one of the collections. Now, the Party in the USA collection is a collection that I worked with. Her business is called Crafty Che. And this is our New England pennies. And so this collection really just makes me happy. I lived in Algonquin and Wells, Maine for a period of my life. And my daughter actually went to college in upstate New York. And so I just really, and she also scuba dived in Vermont and New Hampshire. So we did just like kind of a stripe that I felt like a New England, like their little cozy New England cottages. And then we did these pennies that kind of represent each different area or like things you would see in New England. And then we did one for each state. My goal, my goal would be maybe by the end of 2026 to have each region of the United States, 3 designs created for each different area. So let me know if you want the pennies in each individual state. We could do something fun with those, maybe offer them on some merch or something, because these designs are ours. But I really loved how these turned out, and I'm really excited to see what people do with them and to get to know more of my New England people because I love New England. My husband his feet are planted here in Pennsylvania, but I love New England. So I hope that you guys like those designs as well. All right. So then next is our sewing kit. So if you are new here, then you don't know that we used to have something called a dynamic fabric kit, which had 2 half yards of my dyed fabric. And then we also offered fat quarters and a tag that all coordinated together. We really found that by the end of this year that people weren't using the dynamic fabric kits in the way that we originally hoped. So dynamic fabric kits are no longer, but we will continue with our blind date sewing kits. There will be workshop kits because we will be doing some Zoom workshops this year. And then there will be some other kits that we plan on releasing. So the sewing kits are really anything that you would want to get, everything that maybe you could possibly use to create something, whether it be here something I share here on YouTube or maybe something that we do in a workshop. So that's that. Hand dyed. So this is where kind of the ready to ship, and I kind of wanted hand dyed to be on its own because you guys all know that I am a fiber artist and hand dye fabric. So the monthly dye drop and bind it and dyed, anything that would be dyed fabric related would be under the hand dyed area because we do have some other fun hand dyeing things that I'm excited about doing this year. And potentially we'll do a kit, or we'll offer something that it would fall under there. So something in particular for quilters that might fall under here, or aspiring quilters or aspiring foundation paper piecers. Yeah, so there's the hand dyed area. I figured I would keep that separate from ready to ship just because it kind of is in its own, kind of has its own, I don't know, vibe, right? Here, I'll go back to the main page. Finishing touches. I'm just going to see. I'm so glad I got December's fabric kit. Oh, it is gorgeous. I feel like, yeah, I think everybody will be happy. We're not dyeing any less fabric. So there's that. Um, so I think everybody will be okay. I also think because I have a plan to do a lot more YouTube videos this year, whether it be tutorials or kind of like a follow along process video or lives. Um, I think that it'll be okay. But it was one of the hardest things for me to let go of, to be very honest with you all, because the first way that I kind of curated to sell my dyed fabric was a dynamic fabric kit. And it really, whenever you put your kind of heart into something, it can be really difficult to see that, like, it's just not, people just aren't interested as much in it anymore. And that's part of, we all like fresh and new. So, yeah. So some things stay the same, some things don't. Finishing touches, I did put binding here twice. So, maybe I could put under here, under ready to ship, I could put hand dyed and stuff there. It's not going to be that super long, I don't think. So let me write a note to do that. Because if I don't write a note, you guys, the 40s, I know I'm young, but it has begun pretty heavily. Okay. All right, so binding tags and charms. So we still have a great relationship with Jade and Chris over at the Heartwood and Hide Co. So we are going to have new tag sets for 2026. I'm so excited about them. You guys wait till you see the new tag sets. You're gonna freak. If you don't know about our collaboration with Jade and Chris over at the Heartwood and Hide Co., all of these that you see here are cork tags that are either printed or laser engraved that I work with Jade to design, or I design myself. And we have a really great relationship with them that we are able to create our own signature tags. And so I don't take that relationship for granted, even though Jade and I have become good friends. It's also a business relationship, and we just really love them. So if you ever want to go and check out the Heartwood and Hide Co., I do have a link here to their website so that you can go and check all of their tags out. Jade has a great subscription that she offers, where every month you get new tags. If you're a part of Taglines, share a little review in the comments for people who don't know anything about the Heartwood and Hide Co. They can be used on anything. It's not only bags. I've added them to apparel. I've added them to blankets. You can really add them to anything. And I've washed them. You just have to be, gentle wash, not super hot heat all the time, especially for the printed ones. But we have so many fun tags for 2026. So that's where we have our tags, charms, and more. And then 3D Notions. This is my son. He has a 3D printer. He saved up his money over the summer and bought himself a 3D printer. So he creates some things for our shop. He has a couple different things here. The binding spools are what a lot of people love, since we have the binded and dyed. And then if you did get one of our mystery bundles, which I think we might have, I think we have 5. We just packed a bunch of orders. We have like 5 of them left. The finger press turning tool has become the coveted, everybody wants one. So we have them on there. I might need to, I think he still has purple. I'm not sure that there's pink ones, but there probably is pink ones. Okay. So that's that. And then the one other thing that will be getting added to that area of the 3D printed, well, the finishing touches. So my mother-in-law, who's also cozy and crafty, she has been learning resin art for it's probably going on a year. I mean, she really has a nice little operation going So much so that I get ads for resin stuff and I don't even do resin. um, so she actually brought some of her resin pattern weights. Do I have one here, but when we talked about clutter, you guys, I probably, I don't know. I'm trying to feel it. Oh, here it is. These are just some of her first ones that she did. She put like just some of this like gravel stone in it, but she's making some fun sewy ones. And they will be up on the website. We're hoping to get those up at the start of the new year, where you can order pattern weights from her. So she has a couple different like shapes. So she has the round ones, square ones. She also has like a long one, which I requested for Christmas. Jordan got one when we were in Florida at Salty Sews, and I'm very jealous. So yeah, so those are going to be on the website hopefully by the start of the new year. And her business, her little crafty business, is called Stillwater Designs. So you'll see that there'll be the resin pattern weights on there once we get pictures and all of that. So watch for those. It's just a crafty little farmhouse over here. It would be cool with fabric. So my mother-in-law takes she takes all of my fabric scraps, first of all. And then because she irons all of the dyed fabric, she's clipping all the threads off of all the dyed fabric as well. So I'm really excited to see. She hasn't shown me any yet, but she told me that she has some fun ones. She does have a mold for like a coffin, which I told her would also be a really good pattern weight. So we'll see. But she is working. You will see some of her designs, some of her resin work. We are doing I'll reveal it here because we just talked about kits. We are doing a blind date sewing kit with the Heartbreaker crossbody / backpack from Kim Akazona. I don't know if I ever say her name right. Kim is awesome. She's so sweet and wonderful. It was really, really great about working with me for a blind date sewing kit. So that will also be releasing at the beginning of the new year. And there'll be some fun, good things with all the hardware. Yeah, all the good things. But my mother-in-law made a really fun charm, you guys. Wait, everybody's going to want it, but we only have 24. So, but yeah, so that'll be a really fun time. So watch for that. That'll be under the finishing touches too. Next is my baby, my new baby. This is the handcrafted post. The handcrafted post. Oh, Apollo's here boofing. Sorry if my dog starts barking, y'all. The handcrafted post is our mail club, our crafty little mail club, where every month you receive a written letter from me. You also receive 2 charm squares. And once January starts, the charm squares will be spice houses. Just like the 1983 subscription. Every month you're going to get your own little spice house, stickers, other little inspirations, and it really is why I decided to do it. Was I really felt our creativity has become so digital, which I love. I love everything about that we're able to hang out and chat, and that I'm able to share with you over on Instagram or wherever. But I felt like it was like all the time, everything was feeling very digital. And that's what I love about doing a snail mail club is every month there is a color challenge that comes in with the handcrafted post that really can help you just slow down and like take some time and really think about, well, do I have anything in my my stash that are those colors, and what could I create with these 2 charm squares? And it also comes every month with these little project post-it notes that we got printed where it can help you like with when did you finish it? Because I shared this the other day. I always jump over everything that I finish. I'm just like, oh, on to the next thing. So the Handcrafted Post is our monthly snail mail club. We do have right now, you can subscribe and get a discount on a full year, but the Handcrafted Post has exclusive designs that they will have access to, exclusive prints that they'll have access to when we open pre-orders. Okay, so our first pre-order is in January, and so we have 3 different colorways and 2 different sizes. This is the larger scale of the spice houses, so these are the 3 different colorways. And then there also will be grayscale like embroidery if you're into embroidery, of our Spice House shelf and like some other things that are only available to people who are part of the Handcrafted Post. You do get a gifted subscription to my highest tier of Patreon when you subscribe to the Handcrafted Post, and then that's where you'll get the passwords and things to access, to be able to see all of the exclusive products that the Handcrafted Post receives. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like I just spit a whole lot of words. Um, but we worked with Eve Anderson Draws. If you want to follow her over on Instagram, she does really gorgeous. She's from Scotland. She's an artist from Scotland, and she has really gorgeous, like vintage coloring books and stickers and designs. And we license this entire collection. They are exclusively ours. Like, we made sure that we weren't breaking any copyrights and things like that. But I really hope that you're excited about these. They're definitely a trend coming back. And I'm excited about the other things that we're going to do with them this year. So, this tells you a little bit about the Handcrafted Post. It tells you how to subscribe. You can click on subscribe. And then down below here has more information about the subscription. So like, when will you be billed? When will the envelope be sent out? How do you access digital content? How can you cancel? All of those things are here under that tab. So like, if you click here, you'll see that right now we have the monthly subscription, which is $14.40 a month if you just want to pay for it monthly. And then if you want to do the full year, you have to click on here to see. But right now you're saving $12.50 a month. I mean, $12.50 for the full year. You get a discount. If you are a part of the Handcrafted Post for a full year, you'll receive 13 mailings. You'll receive 2 in December. So that's why it says 1 extra mailing. If anybody has any questions about the Handcrafted Posts, please let me know. And we do have a separate Instagram for the Handcrafted Post if you want to follow it. All right, digital patterns. Am I going too fast? I hope I'm not going too fast. Oh, and YouTube on there we go. Organize my hardware. Yeah, Mary. Oh my gosh. That's a great one to do for the start of the new year. When I redid my the Creativity Corner, I got one of those, like, I call them fishing lure drawers. That's what they remind me of. And that's how I organized all my hardware. But I actually am finding that I have more of like certain color hardware than what fits in those drawers. So it's a little unorganized again. Digital patterns. So this is where I'm going to share, you know me, I have to do some type of a deal for you guys. So let me figure out, how do I do this? So I'm going to show this banner, right? Okay. So from today, when this video is going live, till December 31st, when you purchase any one item under our ready to ship area, okay, so any one item under here, you will be able to add any of my digital patterns for free. Okay, so I did the farmhouse jar mug maker is the first pattern I ever did. You can actually get it and download it. Now it's here. We'll go look at it then. My summer moo dress pattern, which we have a video for that here on the channel. The quilted wall hanging, I don't have a video for. I probably should put that on the list. And then my quilted tote bag. So from now until December 31st, and we won't be shipping anything out until might ship out some things next weekend. Depends what's happening here over the holidays. But you get to choose a pattern for free. Buy one item over here, click over here and choose which one of these you want and just add it to your cart. You don't need a code or anything, and you'll get one of my patterns. I just figured I would do that for any of you that decide to be here tonight, if you don't have one of those patterns, and also for anybody who watches this afterwards. I really appreciate you. So that is that. Let's look at the patterns, because I was like trying to decide, should I change how this is, because it's really like this is, I wish this was in the center, but I have to play with it. But this is the, if you don't know what the farmhouse jar mug maker pattern is, I do have a video. But that's what this for, mason jars or ball jars, the two different sizes. You can make little cozies for them. They're really great to give as gifts to like teachers, or, at the holidays. It's a great way to like make those, like layered ball jar gifts, but have something fun. And I used to sell these at craft fairs and they were a really big hit. So that's the farmhouse jar mug maker. And then the summer moo dress. And I did add here, I thought maybe if I did anything that went along with the pattern, maybe I'll just leave it like this. But I do have some challis 3-yard cuts for summer moo-moos. And these make great winter nighties as well if you use a more cozier fabric. So there's that. The quilted wall hanging is this right here. We'll have probably, I think we have like 12 of our tea towels left in stock. If you missed out on grabbing one or you want to grab another one, I just posted today a video on how to do the nice mitered corners on it. We have a few of them still. I ordered a couple extra. And then this is a quilted wall hanging, really simple with one of our book lover panels. And then my quilted tote bag, which also uses our book lover panels, but dabbles a little bit in improv piecing. And it's a fun quilty bag wrote by a bag maker, and not a quilter. So check those out. And then the last tab up here is our gifts and merch. And this is where you'll find our gift cards. Right now, our tea towel that we still have a couple in stock, our wrapped up gift bundle. There's, like I said, we were just down there packing orders. I think there's 4 or 5 left. It's a $75 value. You have a chance at a golden turning tool, and it's only $35. So those are there. Our new redone favorite saying merch, which is our So Little Shelf Space tee and hoodie, and our So Sorry I'm Booked tee and hoodie shirt. A color wheel, which I use all the time, and then all of the bags and things that I make that I don't have time to go to markets anymore to sell. So that is the top banner. So let's just kind of recap, chat a little bit. What do you think, you guys? I'm seriously checking out the jar mug maker. I don't know how I missed that. Jackie, it's been that I did. I can remember when I had that idea, I thought that I was like, do you ever get an idea where you're just like, this is genius? And it's like, it's really not genius. There's probably others similar out there, but I just was like, this is because I use those in the summer when I make like sun tea and stuff all the time. But it is kind of, but again, that was the feeling I had at the moment that I thought of it, and I had to immediately write it down. My plan for the farmhouse jar mug maker is for it to be revised this year. So the pattern you're getting, please don't come after me. I am not necessarily, I've honed a little bit of my skills since then. I don't, what year was that? Like 2022, maybe? So don't come at me. But I think you can get the gist. And there is a video here on my channel for two of them, actually. I think there's a live and there's a tutorial. Again, it's in my glamour shot years, y'all. so understand that. But I do plan to like revisit that this year and kind of like make it that the pattern is a little bit more, I don't know, let's call it elevated, profesh. But anybody who has it will obviously get the new version. So, you know, if you get it now, it's okay. Mary, I just saw your question. So that is another one that is on the list for this year. So the dog bandana pattern is on the list. Jordan was helping me a little bit with my planning, and it is on the list, you guys. So there will be things happening with the dog bandana pattern. So those are the patterns. Again, if you purchase anything that's in the ready to ship area drop down from now until December 31st, you can go into the pattern area, choose any one of those patterns, and it will add it for free to your cart. So enjoy. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right. So now that's just the top, you guys. How long have we been on here? Almost an hour. You guys know me. I have a hard time shutting my trap. Okay. So this top part, this was the part my husband loves, this part that I did all these different kind of like slideshow thingy and featured different products and things like that. You can click on these. So like if I clicked here on the shop now, it'll take you to the binded and dyed area. Okay. Like if I clicked on dyed fabric, it'll take you to the dyed fabric. Okay. So just so that you know that those work. This area, like I was saying to you at the very beginning, one of the biggest reasons for me saying it's okay, it's time to update this website was that I was always coming in here to like put whatever I wanted featured for you guys in the main area. So I made this area where I have different banners that will go here, like when we have die drops on the 10th of each month, because remember, die drops have changed from the 1st of the month to the 10th of the month. There'll be a banner for dyed fabric, and then you'll see the dyed fabric collection here. So right now, our two featured products that we have things going on for is the year subscription of the Handcrafted Post. And then also, if you want to view the details, this is the thing, like Shopify, I wish like put the description here. There is nothing like when I go in the back end for me to add the description, there isn't a place for me to do that. But if you click here on view full details, it'll take you to view the full details of a product. Okay. And then also our tea towels that we still have a few available. I put those here. So this area, the first area here, will be just whatever is like kind of our featured thing that we're talking about or focused on at that moment. And then we come down to our postage stamp area. This part of the website, you guys, it took me so long to figure out how exactly I wanted to do it that it would also look good on mobile. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Oh, there were tears. There was no blood. I said this the other day. There was no blood. but there was sweat and there was tears because if you've ever done anything with a website, especially that I had to keep the other website live, right? Um, when you're creating new pages for a website, and this might get a little bit more technical, you have to make, I'm sure there's people who saw, like, came onto the website and was like, what is this? Because I would have to make it live to create a page and then make it go back to being a draft version and hope that what I like the steps I did what I needed it to do. And there were multiple times where I thought I did it and did the whole like made the layout and got everything all finished and then went like back and nothing saved. And it was because I didn't do each step the correct way. So there were moments. So anyways, I'm super proud. I'm super proud of this area. I'm sure for anyone who does web design, they're like, okay, whatever. But each of these little squares will take you someplace special where it's telling you. So our book lover panels, these are a fan favorite. They're perfect project starter. Um, Everybody loves them. I love using. You're going to see a whole lot more of different things you can use to make with them because this was another part of kind of my reconnection with like what my brand actually is and just who I am as a maker myself. I love bag making. I will tell you, I love the bag making community. I love the people I've met in bag making. But I am not originally a bag maker. And I love all other types of sewing and fiber arts and fiber crafts. So I really want to be able to showcase, especially because all of our fabric is organic cottons, linens. I want to be able to showcase for you all the other things you can make with our fabrics as well as bags. So our book lover panels you'll find here hand dyed. I'm not going to click on each one because these are basically just repeating the things that are up there. Ready to ship. So if you click on ready to ship, the only thing that's different here is that I've added each of those areas for you to be able to click into them so that you know, like, okay, this all is ready to ship as well. So I really liked how that turned out. Um, I'll say a little bit about our vintage denim. So we will have, this is exciting for 2026 for pre-orders. You're going to be able to pre-order any of our designs in our denim twill. That has been something I've had so many people ask me because you love when I do the dyed denim. Dyed denim isn't going away. But I really felt like it was time because denim is just one of the most popular bases we have. And so we will offer printed denim. We might have some inventory of printed denim. And then our vintage milled denim is a partnership I have with a business out of Western Pennsylvania. They are dedicated on bringing back like vintage milling manufacturing. So like using old milling machines, teaching young people how to service them, how to work them. They have a manufacturing facility here in Pennsylvania. They also are heavily involved in the agricultural aspect of bringing back fiber agricultural practices. And so we really, when you look at the pricing of our vintage mill denim, I know that it can feel, but once you sew with it, you're going to love it. And second of all, you can feel really, really good about what you're putting that money into. So definitely if you want to splurge for yourself a little bit or try a different base, I highly recommend the vintage denim. And we will have some different colors and different designs that we offer in 2026 from them. And then if you scroll down, these are just all of our ready to ship products. If you click the view all on anytime you see collection, if it says view all, if you click that, it'll take you to the whole collection. And then you can actually go down and it'll give you like, here's your little page thing. The other thing that's really fun is we added our Instagram account. Look how pretty that looks. I've been really good about doing a reel and a post, a reel and a post the past couple days. Um, so yeah, so that's that area. Okay. Oh, Laura, I'm so glad you love the vintage denim. And the denim, the printed denim twill is amazing. I agree. I'm so excited about it. We have some really fun things planned with the denim. So that's the ready to ship little block. Pre-orders. So the Discover pre-order area has our little pre-order schedule here. I do think the fall one might change a little bit. Not the start date, but the end date I think might change. But these two here, our spring one starts on the 15th, spring summer, and then our summer ween. We will have some special pre-orders that I'm going to add in there because remember when I said I was taking away sport lycra and brush cotton, and we have some other bases that we don't offer all the time. There will be at least 2 special pre-orders that happen throughout the year that I don't have the dates in there yet. But now we're gonna move on to this part. Look at how fancy. Oh, so we have, because I can't handle myself and not go crazy with designs. I know how overwhelming that is when it's time to do a pre-order and you're like, Jenna, there's 250 designs. How am I supposed to find the ones I want? So now what we did was I created that there's different collections that you can go and shop. I'm not going to click on any of these because I don't want to. I'm going to be doing a full design reveal at the end of the month, December 30th. So keep that in mind. But you can click on these and see it now. That I'm not going to keep you from doing it, but these are the 6 different collections that designs will fall under this year. Our book lover panels will also always be on pre-order. There will be a special last chance pre-order for book lover panels in 2026 because we will be retiring some book lover panels. And then here's the one that I really wanted to kind of showcase, because this is where you can see our featured artists. And I probably will do a live or something where I talk about each artist. But each of these artists are artists that we have appropriate licensing with, or we have full licensing with. And I have one more to add. Also, we have our licensed designs that we have approval from Sarah A. Parker, the author of When the Moon Hatched, which her new book comes out in April. So hopefully we'll add to that collection. And then here I have a little area where if you are an artist, if someone is watching this and you are a digital artist and you want to work with us and create designs, reach out to me. I'm always looking for small artists that want to create together. So you can click on these and it'll take you to those designs that artist created for us. This is like just really special to me, and I'm very, very excited that we're able to do this. Corinne from Inspired Designs, she is amazing at what she does. She's the artist that has done a lot of our exclusives, including our Werewolves and Vampires collection. We will be working more with Corinne. Corinne and I have a lot in common. We both struggle with invisible diseases. And she's really been going through it the past couple months. So just all my love to her, and like just working together with her has been great. And then Retro Rach is one of our newest designers and artists that we have purchased her full collection and licensing going forward. So any designs that she comes out with, from now on, we'll have access to them. But feel free to check this out. This was something I really felt we needed to do. And then down here, this is not finished. Apparel sewing is going to be big this year with us. So there will be some apparel things, but I think we're going to change up how we have been doing it. So this will be different. And then down here is where you'll see the whole collection. But I said you guys can figure that out on your own. The one thing I will say, I'll explain something. So since we're not doing dynamic fabric kits, but I had already planned for some dynamic fabric kits, we will have some things that lean lean towards that. And so you'll see, like, we're going to offer it in yardage at pre-order, but these designs were the designs that were going to be in the dynamic fabric kit for April. So we still will have a couple things for dynamic fabric kits, and we're calling them our heritage designs for 2026 because I had already purchased the designs. I already had tested them. And so you're going to see that we're going to be making things here on the channel with those designs. So that way, if you want to pre-order them to plan ahead, you'll be able to. All right, Jenna, you need to speed it up. People aren't going to be here till midnight. So soft. It's Laura, and pairs perfectly with thin wheel corduroy. Jackie. So thin wheel corduroy is not going to be available in pre-orders anymore, but it will be available potentially in special pre-order. We will be offering large wheel corduroy though in dyed, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, let's see. What else did we want to go through? Gifts, merch and gifts is exactly what it was. On sale is, I already talked about that. Talk about this. Fabric FAQs. This page I worked really, this was one of those that I cried about. The FAQs page, I think I did this one like 4 times before it actually saved it. So we have questions we get and love answering first. So you can read those at your leisure and check those out. Our free fabric sample pack, we're not getting rid of that. We know everybody loves getting their fabric samples. Will I need to add it? I probably need to check that if I need to add any bases to this for the new year. I don't think I do. But you can still get a free fabric sample pack. And one of the questions is here, how do I get that? So that's there. I have shipping, refunds, and returns, explain everything about that, merch and pop-up shop things, our list of fabric bases that goes on for quite a while. And then there's little symbols that will tell you, like, like our cotton fleece is only available in hand dyed. We don't have that imprinted. So like you can kind of, check out the FAQs page, and then there's a place to reach out to us if you have more questions. So that I worked very hard on. There were tears. What else do we got? Patreon. So if you click on this will take you, I don't know if it's going to show you guys. No, probably not. That takes you to my Patreon, the different tiers. So if you want to join Patreon, we also have a come visit us. This is so exciting. The come visit us has like, where will I be this coming year? Please, no stalkers. So first we start out with Sew Whatever Studio, February 7th and 8th. There are seats still available. We need to sell at least 7 seats for me to go. So I know that it's Super Bowl weekend, but with me dyeing fabric, I can't do it any other time of year. So I hope that we get to do it. If not, Lauren and I are going to try again, but it's going to be a really fun class. We're doing a Diane crossbody and an Ivy clutch. So there's a link to, you can go sign up for it. In-person shopping. We're going to the Lancaster Quilt Show this year, which is only an hour from my house. I'll be at QuiltCon, and then I am planning to do the International Quilt Festival this year. That is something my aunt, who is a renowned quilter in the state of Colorado, she has done it for decades, probably as long as they've been doing it. So I'm really excited to go for the first time. So that is, so any more events that we're doing, those would be added there. And my blog that I still keep up with, I don't know if anybody reads it. Plan ahead for pre-orders. Yeah. I feel like that page, I really wanted that you could kind of sit and plan and not feel really overwhelmed by it, because part of planning for it and also for, like, again, our fabric being milled here in the US, being eco-friendly, like there's a value there, that I think having a little bit of a plan makes sense, right? Cotton fleece. Is that the new sweatshirt fleece? It is not the sweatshirt fleece. Cotton fleece, I only dyed 2 yards of it the summer it sold. It is the fleece that came in the Goosey kits. And it fluffs up beautifully. And one of the things that I want to do with it is like the fleece applique. So we'll be doing that this year, I think. Mary, I love you that you love my blog. So the blog is there. All right, holiday pop-up shop. So several of you have sent me that you love the holiday pop-up shop. I loved it too. I don't think we will ever do another Black Friday in the traditional sense. I think we will always do a holiday pop-up shop. And what made me like, after we did the holiday pop-up shop, I was like, we're going to do this for every holiday. And DJ was like, great. So we are going to have a Feel the Love holiday pop-up shop. It's going to start on January 4th. And again, the holiday pop-up shop, if you didn't participate in our Black Friday, like holiday shopping weekend one, everything that's in the holiday pop-up shop gets free shipping for the length of the pop-up shop, which is a little heart palpitating as a business owner. But at the same time, I don't feel anybody took like over advantage of it. And that was where I felt as a small shop, because I can't give crazy discounts all the time. That was one area where I thought, like, if I could offer the free shipping for a short period of time on some really specific things that I knew people would be excited about, like it paid off on our end. So we're going to have a Feel the Love. I didn't want to say Valentine's Day because I'm a huge Galentine's Day person. I love gifting a Valentine's Day to my girlfriends. So so there's going to be some specific ready to ship designs that will have free shipping, book lover panels, a sewing kit, like I was talking about a sewing kit earlier. There'll be specific merch. We're bringing back a few bookish blankies, and then a homebody club. So I have to show you. I can give you one little sneak peek because I'm wearing it. So Retro Rach, again, her designs I love so much. They're so fun. And this design just filled my heart with all the feels of, it would be something that I would gift a friend of mine. And we would be like middle school girls and go matchy matchy. So this is the Homebody Club. It's a crew neck sweatshirt. It's in kind of like, I know I'm in the dark here, but this is kind of like I want to say it's like a mauve brick color. It's not red. But it's like, it's more mauve-y, I think. But isn't it so cute? It's all the cozy things, right? And then I put, which sleeve do I have it on? Do I have it on this one? This one. I put on this sleeve our little wheatgrass, braided wheatgrass on the side. And then the back, I don't know if you guys, this is why I kept my hair up. The back has this cute little house. And this, I wore the sweatshirt all day today, and it's so comfy. I'm wearing a 2X. So this will be in the Feel the Love pop-up shop starting on January 4th. There'll be a few other Homebody Club things, and also some Galentine's things. So I'm very excited for you all to see those. So that is the holiday pop-up shop. So we will have those, and you'll be able to see all the things that are part of the shop will be down here. So yeah, get ready. I probably will add up top here, like I kind of did with the holiday pop-up shop that we did for like the Christmas shopping season. I'll probably add like a wait list here just in case you want to make sure that like that you get the alerts for the pop-up shop of when it goes live. So I'll probably add that there yet. Okay, so that's the holiday pop-up shop. We already talked about patterns. I don't think I just did this. Oh, this is a page I want to show. All right, so here's the different patterns that we have. Bum, bum, bum. So I am, like I said, one of my big intentions this year is my YouTube channel. I really love sewing with you all. I really like this year I did make it more of like a focus. Like we were going to sew live on a Sunday as much as I possibly could. I really want to get back to doing some more tutorials, but even just like sew through videos or like little tip things. So I am going to release a very open hand schedule because life, right? But also with the intention that it's going to happen. I'm going to do, there'll be more pre-recorded things. And that I think that does really help me as far as scheduling wise is to pre-record stuff. So, any of the patterns that you can't click on this yet, but this will go to a new page that will actually give you the list of the patterns that we're planning to do for the next month. So you can plan too, and you can join me. Isn't that so exciting? So there's that. And then Jordan, I don't know if Jordan's still here. Jordan, are you still here? Jordan and a few of my other sew besties that are also on either the apparel sewing journey or know how to sew apparel. We want to do some more live sews of apparel sewing. So there will also be a place where you'll be able to go and click and get the patterns that we are planning. That really is the difference. I don't think we're going to do kits for apparel sewing because everybody needs a different amount of yardage. So I do think that it'll be good to have those patterns in advance so that way you could go and look and either find that fabric elsewhere, or if you're making the plan to sew with us, to be able to order it on a pre-order and to order what you need. So that's that page, the pattern page there. I think I'm going to probably, once I have those pages made, they'll also be linked at the top somewhere. Here's where the pattern weights will go. My son's 3D prints are there. Again, the fabric sample pack, the handcrafted post, all of my socials, and of course I had to get DJ on there somewhere, and Mr. Apollo. So a little bit about us, because I really hadn't had that anywhere on our website at all anymore. And then I have a link here to the upcoming events again. So that is, for right now, the reveal of the new rebranded, reconnected Thunderbird HandCrafted website, which I hope you all will find it to be worth my tears and sweat. The other things that are down here, we do have some reviews. I haven't figured that out yet, but I did have a customer reach out to me about how do I connect reviews to products. So I am going to look into that to try to figure out how can I set that up. So hopefully I'll get that set up too, not too far into the new year, but so many great things planned. And even though there was sweat and tears and a few curse words, which you guys know I don't do a whole lot of, I am so glad that I did it. I'm so glad that that it's finished as well. Joni, thank you. Thank you. So again, just so that because I always, need to give you guys something. If you buy anything in the ready to ship drop down, you can go choose pattern for free if you watch this live or you watch it on the replay. If you have any ideas for the website, like things that you're like, Jenna, like the review thing. You're always welcome to email me. You know, please don't hesitate. I might not get to it right away, but I do make lists, lots of lists. And if it's something that's going to help you all, that's what I want. And the other part of this too, is it made me realize, like, to go back to the beginning when you're like thinking about what are you letting go of? I think for a little while I thought I wanted to make my business like big. Like let's make a big warehouse. And after, like, I felt I don't want to lose connection to stuff. I guess is and not saying that if you have a big business that you do, but I actually, as much as I have a lot on my plate, actually enjoy what I have on my plate. And I guess I didn't, I wasn't really thinking about that until I finally like sat down and was like, do we want the business to grow bigger than us, than me, my like DJ packing orders and my mother-in-law coming and ironing fabric? Do I want that I have to hire people to do things? Or and the answer is really no. I'm really happy with where we're at, as long as we can do that and still be serving our customers well. That's the sweet spot we want to be. So hopefully this will allow us to do that more. But I hope everybody has a beautiful holiday season. Happy winter solstice if you celebrate Yule, blessed Yule. If you celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, all the things. I hope that the season in general allows you the time you need to rest, to rot a little bit if you want to hang out on the couch for a while, and also just to maybe recover a little bit of your creativity, because 2025, I think, for a lot of people was not the easiest year. And so I think if you can have maybe a week or two at the end of the year where you can just take a couple breaths, that's what I hope for you. And I hope that you will join me in 2026 for more cozy crafting. If you have questions about anything, please let us know. Please join the handcrafted post. It's really going to be a beautiful time. And I'll see you in 2026.